Well, I'm back a year later for the next episode of cleaning up my property out here in Utah. And the first thing I noticed as I was coming out this way is how much everything has grown. It's hard to see anything on the ground. It's been a year since I was here, and I know that all the lakes and everything have filled up quite a bit. There was a good snowpack over the winter, and I guess that's had an effect here as well. Let me give you an example. This used to be a road. And the guy that owns the property next to mine, you can see those fence posts. That's my property line, those fence posts. He built a road up there across the ways to get to his. And it's completely overgrown. And this is my driveway. And you can hardly see it's there. The little indentations you see there now are from me parking myself. Just got here a few minutes back. But everything is high. All the, whatever you call this stuff, is grown high, and it's very pretty looking. Don't get me wrong, I like it. It's what I wanted. I wanted a lot of the remnants of what was here before to be covered up, so that's all good. It just makes it a bit more challenging for the work that I want to do while I'm here. The other thing that's not so good about this is the stuff is prickly, and I feel bad for poor Ricky. He doesn't like walking on it, so that's a problem. Made him a little pad so he could be in the shade and be on that carpet so he's not all pinchy. He ain't liking it, I'll tell you that. I'm not happy about it either. I feel bad for him. There's a lot of work I intend to do over the next couple days that I'm here. The main thing is to take this garage down, and I think I'll be able to accomplish that. That's all I'm going to tell you so far, because there's like 5 or 6 other things on the list, and I'm not very confident that they'll happen. So I'll let you know if I don't want to do it. If there's anything left on the list after this video ends, I'll tell you what it is. But you can just see how much has grown up over the last year. All this green wasn't here before. So my goal was to put my camper on this piece of cement. I got to hack all this stuff away first. Got a bunch of rubble to move. Got a bed liner full of stuff. Get all that out of there. Then I got to take the structure down. I don't have a ladder. All I've got are some power tools, hand tools. So we'll see how much of that I could accomplish. Got to get this bed liner full of trash out of here. No clue if this is going to work, but I drilled holes in the bed liner. Got a recovery strap on the back of the car. Who knows? We'll see. That worked remarkably well. I'm going to see if I could drag that over to the pit. You might remember the pit from last year's video. I'll show you in a minute if I get it there. Here's the pit. Just going to bring as much as I can and fill it in here. We'll see if that's too much or not. It's pretty heavy. I lost one of those iron pipes somewhere along the way. For reference, I'm coming from that garage over there. Alright, it's the last of the pipes. We'll see if this works. Actually, there's one more pipe, but that thing's 20 foot long. No way my car could drag it. Made it about 10 feet and they slid right out. So I'm going to try it this way. I'm just about sure those things are just going to dig into the ground. Probably not going to work, but I'll try it. Yep, just as I figured. So I guess this thing's only going to work if whatever I'm carrying in it is no bigger than the truck bed. I'll figure something else out for those pipes. Need to figure out a way to move all that stuff, those railroad ties and all that cement. But got everything cleared out of here for now. So I'm going to try to bring this thing down. I'm going to take those middle posts out. So it's basically standing on 4. It may just fall when I do that. If not, I'll just cut some notches in the remaining posts and hopefully it'll fall in the right direction. I wish I had a ladder. It'd be a lot easier if I had a ladder. But we'll see what I can do. Well, it's starting to fall little by little. I just don't want to be underneath it whenever it comes down. Halfway there. It's all pretty much being held up by this one post. that's cracked in 2 places. So I got to figure out how to knock that out without killing myself. Got the metal off of one side. Time for a break. All the metal's off. Now I just need to figure out the best way to take the wood apart. It's all flat. Got everything apart. Just got to find a way to get rid of it now. Piles of wood over there, piles of wood over there. And the sun is starting to set. So I'm not going to get much more done tonight before it's time to quit. Got them all stacked. Lots to clean up yet. But I think this is it for tonight. Time to stop. Found a guy who's willing to drive 2 hours to deliver this tractor for me to rent. So it's the next day, it's the morning. Gonna use this and see what I can get done. Been working, so I haven't been doing any filming, but just to give you an update where we're at. Probably going to keep those railroad ties here to make a bench. Same thing with those bits of cement. Coming along pretty good so far. I need to sweep off the pad yet, get rid of a little bit more of that rubble, but that's all stuff I could do by hand. Just because I've only got this tractor for the afternoon, and it didn't come with a full tank of gas. I've only got a little bit of time left to use it. So I'm going to pause on all that and see how much of this I can move. The trouble is, the tractor only has a bucket. Doesn't have forks. So these big sheets of OSB, I try to balance them. But look at the pile. I mean, it's a lot more in person than it probably looks like on camera here. So I don't know if I'll be able to get all this done or not. Those things there I'll need the tractor for, so I'm going to try to get those moved and then see how much of this stuff here I could move, especially this metal. There's a bunch of metal underneath those OSB. In case you're curious how big the pit's gotten, that's what we got in there so far. Got a huge pile of shingles here. I didn't make this pile, came with the property. Don't understand why or how there's that much shingles, but I'm gonna try to scoop it up. Well, I'm out of gas, so I didn't even finish that pile of shingles. I got most of it up. And I have just enough gas to bring this thing back down to the road here, and guy will come pick it up in a little bit. I swept it off as best I could with a kitchen broom. I should have brought a better broom. Got all the nails and the screws up so I could drive on it fine. And then I'll be putting a fire pit there where those cement bits are eventually. Well, I made a dent in this pile of OSB. That's my second load right there. That's going to be the last load. I'm whooped. This is not an energy efficient way of doing this because each one of these things, I don't know, they weigh like 30 pounds a piece or something. Maybe more. And I got to pick them up from there and put them down here and then haul my car. Have my car, I can't even talk, I'm so tired. My car, have it. Goodness gracious. Have my car haul them all the way over there, right? Well, that doesn't take up a lot of energy, right? Okay, but then I gotta pick them up out of here and then throw them in a pit one at a time And the pit's so darn full now that I gotta hurl my way into the middle. That's it. This will be the last one. One more small job is to take down this, whatever it was. Some kind of doorway to nothing. There's nothing to the left, nothing to the right. I don't know what the guy was thinking with this, but it'll come down. That should work for a fire pit. Alright, I'm done. No more work. Tomorrow's going to be a relaxing day. But I'm done for now. And I told you earlier I would say what was left on the list. And this is a very big thing left on the list. This old trailer frame. I'd really like to put it in the pit. Not even sure it'll fit in the pit now because I got everything else in the pit. I can't move it, can't tow it with my car. The tractor I rented wouldn't be able to handle it either. So this thing may just be here forever. I don't know. But that's definitely one thing that was on the list that remains on the list. There's several big piles of gravel like this throughout the area, and I wanted to do something with it. I'm not sure the tractor I rented would be able to scoop this up anyways. It's been here for decades. It's really solid and packed, but that remains on the list. Got piles of lumber left and all that OSB. I might deal with this the next time I come out. I think if I just rent a pickup truck, that'll solve it. Be a lot easier than trying to move it with my makeshift trailer there. But this is still on the list. That's what's left of the shingle pile. I probably took a dozen scoops out and probably needed 2 or 3 more. So that's still on the list. And then the last thing would be to cover all this crap up. I'm inside the pit right now. You can see it's 5 foot tall, 5 foot deep I should say. And all the dirt that he had pulled out of here is kind of piled up around it. There's a giant pile over there. Would like to have brought all that back in and filled this in, made it smooth. I don't think I have enough dirt. I don't know how it disappears, but somehow it's never enough to refill the hole. Anyways, I'd have to rent something else to do that. Another year maybe, but that's what's left on the list, the big one right here. So that's that. That's the end of the video. Ricky's tired even though he hasn't done any work. I'm tired. Got a lot done in a day and a half. All things considered, made some good progress here for real. Still very pretty, very lovely to be here. I like it a lot. Next year I'll come back and I'll do a little bit more. But for now, it's Ricky's over there eating some sort of nuttin'. What's he eating over there? I don't know, he's a weirdo. What I was gonna say is goofy dog. It's dinner time is what I was gonna say, so I think it's about time to go inside and make some food. Thanks for watching the video. I appreciate it.